We do have continuing coverage now of a Tallahassee bank robbery. Charges against the suspected driver have just been dropped. Court records show the suspected bank robber, James Bryant, told police that Brandon Dodson was not involved in the robbery plot. Dodson's arrest papers say he drove Bryant to the region's bank last Monday. A woman in the same car told investigators they didn't know Bryant was going to rob that bank. Bryant allegedly stole nearly $3,200 in the heist.